And we're back. I wish I could have shaved my face in the meantime. But
I was trying to.
I
couldn't open my package fast enough.
I was like, guys, we got to get on with the program. Make sure you're sticking around for all our ads so you know what the hell we're talking about. But, guys, on TikTok, we're doing pretty well. And we need to defend one of our first people that helped us go a little bit bigger than our immediately small audience. Because
it was one of our first viral
first bumps, right? Because, we were just starting out putting regular clips on TikTok. And we were like, okay, something out there will go. And then you actually brought this up, Tommy, where you were like, okay, there's this TLC show that we want to talk about. And I said, let's talk about it.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about TLC shows.
Talking about TLC shows.
Too far off subject.
Of course.
Have you seen, is it MILF? It's
Milf Manor.
Milf Manor.
I've heard many things about Milf Manor.
The twist was?
Oh, of course, everyone did.
Everyone predicted it.
So
TLC
go ahead and explain.
has no shame.
Go ahead and explain Milf Manor
Basically,
to people.
Milf Manor is a house. It's Milf Island from 30 Rock. But basically, they put a bunch of MILFs.
Talk about Milf Manor?
Milf Manor.
This is a real show.
It's a real show.
Milf Manor.
Here's the thing. They put a bunch of women over 40.
There's Milf Manor.
There you go.
What's the casting rules?
You don't want to hear it.
I'm getting to it. So yeah, they put a bunch of these women just looking for their second win. They had kids, they've had husbands, and now they just want to do them. They want to get their groove back,
right?
If you will.
The proverbial Stellas.
Proverbial, in which they also have a reality show of called "Get Your Groove Back."
Sure,
it's a real thing. No, it's a real thing. Something like that. Anywho, Milf Manor is what we're talking about.
I don't ever hear you say you don't have time to review shit because you be watching some trash
I didn't
TV.
watch. With this, you had to watch. So
I did not watch.
You
Milf
had
Manor.
to do it. It's mandated.
Somebody had to. I'll let you. Tommy was like, Milf Manor, you say.
But yeah, no. So these women want to go in there. They're going to provide them with a house full of young men in their 20s. Have at it, ladies.
Right.
Go for it. Go nuts. Turns out these men are their sons.
So do you want to be on the show now, TJ?
Hell no.
And they have such fun competitions as blindfolding them and getting to feel the abs of the men and finding out which one is their kid.
Hell no.
TLC. Quality American television, right?
That's hot. There's families like this. No, bring up the screen again. Notice there's not a single black woman on there.
I don't see one.
Because they wouldn't do this shit, quite frankly. I think they have a little more sense than that.
Oh my God.
Now, the vaguely Latina ones, I'm a little concerned, but at the same time...
you can't. No, I cannot be naked with my mom in the same room.
No, and they have to share the same room, actually. The mom and the son have to share the same room, so if they get busy with another...
How much money are these people getting paid?
No, they're not looking for money. They're looking for love, Tommy. Or Jay, I usually have to yell at you for this type of thing.
Racist.
TJ, stop that.
But yeah, no, they're looking for...
There are black contestants on there, they say in the chat.
Oh.
Maybe these aren't all the MILFs.
Might not be all the MILFs. It looks a little light. It's looking a little light. But yeah, that's the point of that.
Oh, there's the men. There's
show.
some of the men of Milf Manor. So.
My soul died.
You tuning in?
My soul.
You and your lady should tune in.
I mean, I want to watch it.
I discovered Too Hot to Handle recently.
Too Hot to Handle? Great.
It's excellent.
What's Too Hot to Handle?
Excellent. It's where they put a bunch of hot, horny young people in a resort and tell them not to fuck or kiss or do anything sexual in any way.
And let me tell you, they got some baddies on there. Like
these are sex addicts, essentially. Good-looking sex addicts.
Which season did you watch? Or did you
I've seen two. I've seen the last one, the most recent. I actually finished, and we're on the second to last right now.
The Learning Channel, ladies and gentlemen.
It used to be.
Did you get the tinkles in your stomach when you saw Flavia?
What? Bruh.
Did you get the
those gratuitous ass shots? Bruh. Man, I was like, come on, dude. I was like, this isn't fair.
Yes.
This isn't fair at all.
Y'all are trying to ruin relationships.
My girl was like, look at that ass. I was like, I am.
Are you talking about her?
I agree.
Oh, yeah, Flavia.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's pretty gorgeous.
No, they got a...
She is a man eater.
Watch out, boys.
She wants what she wants.
And the villain on there was a super villain.
Who's the villain?
Oh, dude, it was great.
Is it this guy?
The white dude.
Is it this guy?
Oh, Australia.
Yeah, dude.
Is it
that
this guy?
dude was a fuck boy.
No.
Okay.
No, Creed is... He's a mouth breather.
Bro, he fucked.
was the ultimate mouth
fucked
breather.
up the bag so
Dude,
bad.
I'm looking at him like you are breaking every rule in
You
the
are
book,
fucking
my
up your
friend.
bag.
This cat right here?
Yeah, he's clueless.
I said, stop it. Nah, dog.
Come on.
He's
It's Creed,
fucking
guys. It's
clueless.
Creed. What did he do
Creed's an
wrong?
idiot.
I'll tell you right now, man. You're gonna enjoy all the 2 Out to Handle. Every season's great.
Oh, you saw all of them?
I've seen them all.
Oh,
I'm caught
my
up daily.
God.
Bro, because it's
Don't you get mad at him for watching Milf Manor when you're watching 2 Out to Handle.
great.
It's great. It is great.
Milf Manor sounds like something I would throw up
If I
at half
wouldn't
the
have kicked
time.
you off my Netflix, I would tell you to watch it. It's great.
Yeah, dude, I would tell you.
You can still whatever you want to do.
Nah, I will tell you, like, the most universal thing is that the biggest black dude is always the enforcer. So
Always.
get ready. Like,
Always.
I'm the only
I'm
person
caught on
that's
to the
not
pattern. I'm caught on to the pattern to where they are focused and they are the only ones.
Only
They are the only
Damn,
ones.
we
who
went
are
off the rails.
focused. That and Below Deck is my shit. But yeah, go ahead.
The Learning Channel, everybody. TLC. They used to fix homes on that one. I think. I'm not sure.
Probably
But
at some point.
thanks to TLC,
Yes,
we were
Rakeem.
put on to our homegirl.
Yes.
Flavio, oh my God.
Man, I would just say watch that introduction episode.
Yeah, just watch Fly
I would have been.
season.
Seb was a good man. Seb is a good
Seb is,
man.
Seb, I give Seb kudos.
Because I said
God.
I would have thrown everything.
At that stage, at that age of Seb, I would have been like,
Nah, I would have.
yeah, I'm rolling with you.
Guys, nobody knows what you're talking about.
Oh, they know.
They know.
They know, yeah.
You're just out the loop.
You're the
Quit
only
being
one.
lame.
Has your girl not had you watch reality television
No,
yet?
she watches like Vietnamese dramas and stuff, foreign
Missing out,
stuff.
man. Y'all watch some trash TV. It'll bring you together.
No, she does like the broadcast trash TV, like Amazing Race and
Amazing Race is okay.
and was a Survivor and things of that sort.
Amazing Race. Get some Amazing Race Big Brother in your life.
Well, you see, Josh Man Forever. That's who we're talking about. Shauna Rae.
Oh yeah, that's right, Josh Man. What happened to the Adult and the Child's
Oh,
Body
yeah, that's
Show?
right. I apologize,
Season 2.
Josh Ray. Yeah.
But that's the thing. So Shauna Rae, season 1,
Yeah.
was the tale of a woman who had to go, or it was a kid who had at the time.
Yes.
A child who had surgery and had cancer at 8 years old, who had to do the treatments and do everything. It stunted her growth, and so now she is a 23-year-old woman who has the voice and the body of an 8-year-old.
23-year-old X-Men.
23-year-old.
We've said this.
She's
We said this
Superhero.
before. She saw the video.
She's a
She thought it was
superhero.
funny. Her younger sister sent her the video, and I was like, "Did she watch it?" She goes, "Yeah, that was funny." I was like, "That's really cool."
It's very cool.
And we were very genuine about Shauna Rae, like being treated equally and
Yeah.
like kindly, and like how kind of
Came
difficult it
on
would be.
surrogate little sister real quick.
Yeah, we were like, we will protect you. We will protect Shauna Rae from
Yeah.
any nefariousness. So the season came out, successful show. It's got a season 2. I haven't seen the trailer for it. I do want to see the trailer for it.
Oh, it's a season 2. Good.
Yeah, so because it gives you a little bit of context about what the new tabloids are going into, which is perhaps what we've been talking about this entire time, which has been dating and stuff like that. Dating already is complicated in the world.
It's tough.
But as someone who is in a an 8-year-old's body stuck in with all the trappings of that, maybe a little more difficult. And I think that's what season 2 gets into. Let's take a look real quick. I'm gonna jump this up real quick and take a look.
What are you doing? I'm Shauna Rae. Today I'm video chatting with a man named Dan that I've been connecting with lately.
Hello.
Hi. Dan is an entrepreneur from Wales.
I'm actually going to be in the US very soon.
What's his angle?
They could pretend to be anybody.
Exactly.
Mentally, emotionally, I definitely think I'm ready to live on my own, but I do feel overwhelmed, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go.
How much does TLC pay?
Probably not a lot.
Not a lot, but enough. I would say maybe 6 figures, right?
I mean,
it's a show.
No, not 6 figures.
She has to
High
be getting
6
a pretty
figures.
good
Yeah,
check.
because I mean, I would think so. It's a show.
Shauna Rae let us know.
And they make money. Fucking 90 Day Fiance has made them tons of money. They can
that's
afford it.
fair. Well,
Yeah.
that's Big Ed. Big Ed is on a different
That's a
echelon.
universe. It's
Right.
literally called the 90-day universe.
Right, because there's 90 days after the 30 days.
It's a
and 90
million.
90 days after
30
the
days.
And then,
94.
of course, they made money off those fucking disgusting ass Duggars, which they won't talk about anymore.
Yeah, they better fucking not talk about those
Yeah.
Yo,
Duggars.
Josh, man, damn, yo.
Josh, man. Yeah, I'm not even saying that out loud. So, yeah, I don't want to entertain that. But the thing is,
That's a roast for your ass. But no, continue.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I'm not going to entertain that. But standard 23-year-old things. Moving out of the house, big city, all those things. Now with the added element of like, okay, I've been connecting with somebody online, and the parents, to their credit, they were like, is he just a weirdo who's not who they actually say they are? Like it was not like, oh, he's trying to con her. It's more like just
she unfortunately has to worry.
Well, but any online relationship,
they should,
like, is that other side? Are they a catfish?
It's a little bit more. So
we watched the Manti Te'o documentary. It's a little sketch. Sometimes they're not as anybody who's online as they seem, but the headlines that are coming out as of late, which is where I got the video from. I'm dating a 23-year-old woman who looks like an 8-year-old girl. I'm not a creep. So there is a travel blogger who is about 26 years old, is getting called creepy. So she met with this guy online through, I think that was the guy she was mentioning in the show.
Yeah.
Right.
He reached out, I believe. Let me see if I can find it real quick. So the guy I think he just reached out to her. Like he saw the show, the first season. He was like, oh, I think you might be somebody I might be interested in. So he got out and contacted her. I think he bought her flowers or something like that. And she was like, oh, hunky 26-year-old travel blogger. The guy obviously right there. 8-pack, super shredded. He's got a
looks like Calvin Harris
paddle boat. Yeah, it looks like Calvin Harris, right?
Yeah.
So she reached out. Yeah, it says in this clip, Swigert revealed that he reached out with Rae with flowers after seeing the first season of her show. The pair soon met in person and went on several dates together. So they went on several dates, and so I think he had to go back to Wales. And so he's like, it's very important to me. Remember that Shauna is an incredible 23-year-old woman who has a disability, he explained. So you're building connection with her. It is important to acknowledge her disability and look past that to build to who she is as an individual, which is kind of what we said at the start, which is like, that's difficult to do, but that's what you have to do. Somebody who's at a disadvantage with the situation there.
I agree.
I agree. I agree. We're getting there. As soon as you say that she can't have a real world connection with someone else, you dehumanize her. She is a human being. She deserves to have relationship connections with whoever she wants. Swigert, who hails from the UK, appears in the second season of I Am Shauna Rae, where he is forging a connection with the pint-sized star. So the TJ,
all right,
I need you to be serious real quick as I show his washboard abs. So he reached out.
Yeah.
And she was like, and this goes on to end where it's like, he has to go over there. I have to go back to America. Right. So I've tried long distance before. It doesn't really work out so much. So they're dating. It's a 23-year-old dating somebody who's very hunky, and it's not super serious, but they are going on dates and they're seeing each other.
Right. So,
I've been in long distance relationships, same type of thing. Yeah. But everyone's saying, motherfucker, you're creepy as fuck. Why are you doing this? And they're like going after him now.
Right.
And then they're even going as far as saying like, well, they watched the first season of the show. And it's like, well, she acts like a little kid. She sounds like a little kid. And she orders fries with her food. She don't even order real food. And I'm like, bitch, I order fries with my food.
I've had ketchup and cheese on my burger since I was 7.
Right. I order nuggets to this day. Not anymore because I'm on a health kick. But like.
And she's established her voice changes because of her condition also.
Right.
So it's like.
Well, you just don't eat caviar? Oh, okay.
No, I only eat steaks. Only. I'm Andrew Tate. Only steaks.
Only steaks.
And I
broccoli,
say,
air.
Women, bring me steak, and they bring it to me. No, motherfucker, I eat chicken nuggets. I love chicken nuggets. You know what?
I'm clipping that and ending his career.
Yeah.
What happened?
I said I'm clipping that and ending.
No, don't end my career.
Get him.
No,
and dox him too.
No. I'm over here eating cauliflower pizza to try to stay healthy because I want to eat delicious trash pizza and nuggets and all that stuff. So don't come after the girl for fucking eating nuggets. She's 23 years old. She's young as shit still.
Yeah,
but beyond just looking young, she is a young woman. 23, I wasn't doing jack shit. Yeah. She has a TV show and is living fucking life and living on her own.
To move out and live
right. I still had roommates and shit. I think she lived with her sister, but like I still had roommates at 23. Yeah. I was sharing a studio apartment. That shit was crazy.
Oh, that's terrible.
So like I just kind of want to come to her defense because, like, look, I mean, my biggest thing is, like you said, Tommy, I'm coming from, like, an older brother perspective where it's like, motherfucker, you better not treat her wrong. And it's better not be for fucking clout. Because he was like, I'm a travel blogger.
I don't like that shit either.
That's the one thing I don't like.
That got me suspect. Just like, hey, man, what are you trying? What are your intentions here?
Right. Right. Because, like, he is a travel blogger. He looks good. And he's like, well, there's a lot of good looking travel bloggers. What can I do to get me the next level up? How about I date
got a New York Post article.
A controversial star. When it's like, okay, well, I don't want to go to Milf Manor. My mom's not that attractive. So what's the next possible thing I could do?
What else you got for me, TLC?
Right? He probably he's a good enough looking guy where he'd make the cast of Milf Manor if his mom was hot.
Easily.
Right. Or what was it like? Was it like Hooker Island? What was the one that you were talking about? The one of the 3 seasons that you both love. You were just talking about it.
Too hot to Hooker Island.
No, but I mean,
Jesus.
Hooker Island sounds like
they're all beautiful
show.
Oh, absolutely gorgeous.
Right, yeah, but he's a good-looking dude. But that's
Not good enough.
Not for too hot to handle.
No. Don't ruin
his
my
hotness,
fantasy.
His hotness is handleable, is what you're
It's
telling me.
handled. It's already been handled. Yeah.
So I want to know how to make heads or tails of this because, like,
Fuckboy Island. Yeah, that's more appropriate.
Fuckboy Island. There you go.
That is the actual show.
Right. See, look at Goliath. I'm 27. I eat mozzarella sticks. One of my girlfriends is 32 and he's dino nuggies. Good as food.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Or food is food, I think they meant to say, but good as food as well. But like, what do you make of this, Tommy? Because you're the one that brought this to our attention in the first place. So we were saying she deserves the love that anybody else deserves.
I want her to have happiness. I want her to have all the happiness anyone else has and what everyone looks for and, wants. But this dude is just a little,
What is it about him, though? Do you think he's being creepy for reaching out?
So here's a creepy thing. He's like, TJ's right, and just she's right. It's like, look, someone's just going to have to be like, no, I'm not a creep. I like you. I like your personality.
Right.
I like you as a person. And yes, I know I'm going to catch all the heat for this, but I like you.
Right. I think you're worth it.
I think you're worth it. It's going to be a guy who does that, who is not a creep.
Right.
But yes, a lot of creeps are going to be drawn to her.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Right.
And clout chases now that she has a show.
Well, that's the real one, is the clout chase.
Yet another thing, So, yeah.
Because that's the thing that irks me. And the thing is, and like, the thing that's unfair to her, too, that I'm thinking about is because they, like, my matchmaker found somebody with the same pituitary gland issue, so they didn't quite, they didn't grow up the same way as a normal average person would do, quote unquote. So I'm a little nervous about that because it's a shared experience and it's a little different. I'm not going to be mean to the guy too much, but let's say that guy was even a regular average height guy. He don't look as good as that fucking dude right there, the fitness blogger. And she's a 23-year-old young woman. She's going to go for the hunky dude.
She is.
We were just going over
for
the fact.
Six-pack,
yeah,
for sure, yeah.
Like, homeboy, I mean, look, he had a good job. He was security,
and with
right?
that said, look, as long as she's just on top of the game,
Right.
she's like she has a good support system,
Right.
sisters and, family. Like, they'll hip her to it if, shit ain't looking too great. But at the end of the day, Shauna Rae, get yours.
Get yours, Shauna
Get
Rae.
yours.
DJ, you've been awfully silent over there after laughing into your hat for a little bit. What's going on in your mind?
Yeah, what's going on up there?
Because you might be the detractor from all of us, and that's okay. We're here for opinions.
Yeah.
Got a cat hair, mama.
You threw it on my floor. Thanks.
Hope you're allergic, bitch.
You don't use that word.
Towards you, I do. No,
No, you don't. I got this half thing of water. real quick.
no, I'm kidding.
You're about to be in the water like Shauna Rae.
So, man, I wouldn't touch this situation with a 10-foot pole.
Personally.
I mean, I hope she finds happiness. What I want.
We just want
It is
Shauna Rae
a curse. It is a
be
double-edged sword. There is no. You say I want to like. There is no situation where you will look at a person and be like, that person is not a little sus. No one can do it. Can't convince me.
very difficult not
Like,
to.
it is very difficult.
Just the
not to.
height difference
It's
alone.
a height difference, and it sucks because I want her to be happy.
That's it.
Right.
That's all we care about.
That's
I
all
really
we care
do.
about.
I wanted to find a normal person, but it's really hard because no matter what, you be like
Shauna Rae, you didn't go to somebody from like kindergarten to high school that like was there the whole time, like one of your homies or something, or like a guy that was in the class that knew you
Look,
and you could really link up with.
We just got to come to terms. We just got to say what it is, man.
What is it, man?
Like, look, we are like any dude. We have to.
What are you talking
Look
about?
at
You're talking
them.
vaguely.
No, I mean, look at them like,
Yeah, I thought you meant like we are creeps.
Oh yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
No, we have to look at any dude who's wooing Shauna, and we have. I mean, it's just a instinct that's just gonna hit.
Right.
So this is what I propose.
Right, because as a unit, everyone's fucking
It's
going
just-
down
it's
on this
automatic.
guy. They're yelling at this guy. You're a fucking disgusting creepo, and people are even saying like you even act like
And
they're
we're
blaming
not-
her.
and
Like
we're not
you're
going this far with it. We're
Right.
just like in our brains are just automatically going to do that.
Right.
Like we're not hopping on Twitter and attacking this dude. We're just saying automatically is just what it's going to do.
right.
So here's what I propose. We just have to not care about this dude. We have to hope and pray Shauna herself and her family can vet these motherfuckers pristinely.
Because that's their job.
That is kind of their job.
Right.
But in the meantime, if it's motherfuckers like Calvin Harris Jr. over here, Shauna, get yours. Have fun. Live. We just talked about hoe phases. Like, live. Like, that's what we want. We want you
What,
to be
TJ?
happy.
What, you don't want Shauna Rae to go through a hoe phase? She's completely allowed to do
She
it.
deserves her hoe phase too.
you know what? He hey, look, he approached it very real. When he said, hey, you
got her flowers.
I can't fault someone for trying to bring someone else happiness. And I'm also in the
We're never gonna like any guy.
Right.
We're always gonna look at him side eye.
Shauna
No
Rae,
matter what.
you're like our little sister.
Quite literally, almost like
Because if I had a 23-year-old
listen
little
to the way
sister,
we're talking. Yeah.
if I had a 23-year-old little sister and some 26-year-old with abs came on a paddleboard and
We're
be
gonna
like,
look
I
at
got you
himself,
flowers,
yeah.
motherfucker, you stay away from my little sister.
Gonna turn to bad boys too.
How old you,
Motherfucker, look
motherfucker?
30.
You look 30.
Y'all wild, man. I just be like, hey, look, is this someone that you chose? Well, let me talk to him for a little bit.
That's it. Vet.
And break
Just gotta
his
vet a
kneecaps.
little
No,
bit.
I'm still not that protective. Women are allowed to make their own decisions, and
That's
she is
it.
23.
She's a grown
I think
woman.
the only delta I have is that she's figuring out some things of how to adult properly
Well,
too.
that's what we
right.
we all have.
Right. And so, dating and adulting and all those layers, I feel like, she's probably been in an environment that's also made her feel and act a little bit more, a little less mature than she actually is. Right.
Right.
Like, it's easy to hear her voice, easy to have people respect.
Infantilize her.
Right. Right. And so, in the same vein, she has to be treated as such. She has to be treated as, as an adult she is, and the dude who has to approach it. You know what? At anybody, I'm not saying I don't even know this dude, but I mean, like whenever you come in and you're just saying, hey, this is a person who has this, disability going on. I, take it as it is, and I treat him as such. We shouldn't treat this any different than as you would treat someone who is, fully capable of abilities, and then someone who might be deaf, blind, whatever, right?
Right.
And so it happens. These cross mixes happen.
Right. So we wish the best for you, Shauna Rae. That's all we're saying.
But I cannot trust that. I can't
Trust them.
Not like
I said, the family vet hard.
Like-
Internet's there. You private investigators are available.
Internet has made me not trust people.
Right.
Like,
'Cause
use every resource you have to vet these men. But we want Shauna Rae to get hers.
Right,
and to be
because
happy.
it got complex because that dude saw the first season and goes, that seems like a pretty cool person. And that's acceptable because a lot of people probably said, yeah, that seems like a really cool person trying to make their way.
Show a personality.
Trying to make their way in the world,
Right.
right? You don't see her as just her appearance. You see her
Right.
as many more things.
You got to learn about it.
throwing axes and being TikTok viral stars. We're talking
Yeah.
about her being an X-Men. Like those are things that change your life, right? The excellence changes your life.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, but
We're kingmakers here.
Kingmakers. We're saying is that all the success you found, Shauna Rae, is thanks to us. You're welcome. So, and all the love you find in the future.
Probably the other way around. But
Right.
Yeah.
Shauna Rae, hashtag retweet us. We love you. Yeah, so that's that. I just hope and pray that this motherfucker's not a clout chaser.
Yeah, I hope not.
And that she can avoid that because, first of all, 23 years old. That's a broken heart waiting to happen. That's every good person
fragile age.
got their heart broken at 23 and be like, who am I? Some earlier, some later, but it's around that time.
Yeah.
Where you get
Crucial time in life.
I just don't want it to happen to her
The
for some guy
20s, yeah.
who's out to make a quick buck selling protein powders, man.
that kinda
Because
shit.
look at no protein powder is gonna give you abs like that.
No.
That's not fair. That just don't happen.
He'll say it does.
He'll say it does.
Stop
Don't
it.
buy his protein powders.
I don't
He
trust him.
could be
I
a
just
good
don't
dude.
trust him.
He can be a good dude,
could
but
be.
don't buy fucking protein powder. Don't buy shit from him.
No.
And don't follow him. Follow Shauna Rae.
That's
Give her
it.
your
That's
bucks.
what
Or the
do.
excellence.
Or the Mexicans. Or the Mexicans.
I just-
Shauna Rae, you're invited to the Mexicans. We can talk about all this stuff.
Like I said, I don't want to. Shauna Rae, just do you.
Do you.
Hey,
It's not our
homeboy.
business.
Homeboy, do you too. And as long as you're both happy, leave it at
As long
that.
as everything's on the up and up.
Right.
Yeah.
And I gotta trust your parents and making sure they're doing the vetting process right.
That's it.
Right. And speaking about being on the up and up, real last
So
story.
we're not.
We say like maybe you shouldn't go after people who, it's a concern about people going after people who look younger or people that might need protection. Well, apparently people need protection for fucking Justin Roiland.
From
Rick
Morty?
and Morty. Did you not hear about this, Tommy?
No.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Was that somebody said something in the chat? Was that today or yesterday?
No. Have you not heard anything with Justin Rowland?
I heard
guy
something
from Rick
about
and Morty.
trouble.
Oh God.
Oh, so what's going on?
So there's
There's
some
a
tears to
lot.
this. So we'll skip the Shauna Rae element, which is the other
I
guy.
heard he was in trouble.
He's in trouble.
Okay.
So we'll start here. Rick and Morty co-creator Justin Roiland out at Adult Swim Hulu after domestic violence charges. So in 2020, he got charged with domestic violence from his wife. It was like villainous intimidation, and she went to jail or something like that. So if he gets convicted of all the things he's charged of, it's 10 years in prison.
Jesus.
So these are some serious crimes he's on going to court for, essentially. Trying to get his name cleared. His lawyer's saying, none of that ever happened. But yeah. Rick and Morty co-creator star Justin Roiland is facing felony charges.
That dude.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
you can see his face a lot.
God.
That's the Rick and Morty guy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's all coming together now.
So the Hulu is Solar Opposites. He did the show there. Koala Man. He's no longer working on those shows. Adult Swim has cut ties with Rick and Morty. Let me see if I can find the charges. There it is right there. Adult Swim has ended its association with Justin Roiland. Rick and Morty will continue. So they're thinking about recasting the voices, and they might make some sort of gimmick of changing the voices.
Like I don't want to watch it anymore.
Nobody should have been watching it after. It got a little repetitive. Okay. But here it is. Roiland pleaded not guilty in 2020 to 1 felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury and 1 felony count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, and or deceit in Orange County, California. The charges stem from an alleged incident involving a woman Roiland was dating at the time. So very serious charges.
This joint wearing motherfucker off the streets.
Oh, Tommy.
Jesus.
There's been warnings though, not necessarily about abuse. So that's what the charges are for. So you have the legal portion where he's charged with abuse and malice and all those crazy big words.
Yeah, a lot of fucked up shit.
But then there's another. Sorry, you guys are making me look at Creed again. I don't want to look at that guy's face.
You don't want to.
He looks like a guy who makes me angry.
He sounds exactly how he looks. But yeah.
That? Yeah. Does he make the cha?
No, almost.
Oh my God, almost. You guys.
But he fumbled such a.
Yeah, no, we can't talk about Creed. Continue.
I'm just trying to pull some of the text real quick because now there's another side of fans of Rick and Morty getting creepy texts from him.
What do you mean?
So like they've had some backs and forths with some fans of the show. So he Justin Roiland, the leader himself
okay.
on his official accounts, right? Let me see if I can find some of these tweets here. So here, these are not my allegations or screenshots. The person who shared these screenshots initially deleted them and made their account private. I had the original thread linked here. Let me see if I can get to the Twitter page real quick. Oh, that's a screenshot. But essentially, there's some screenshots there where he is saying, this is the alleged conversation between Justin Roiland and the 16-year-old fan.
Jesus.
Roiland can be seen using slurs, asking the kid to go to a sex slave, asking the kid to go to a sex slavery before calling her a stupid effing bee and ending the message with just kidding. Another caption in the thread reads as follows: only a few messages he set this. Bear in mind, I was just 16. I very obviously look young, blonde hair and braces. I was seen as a fantasy to most. In one of the alleged messages, he also asked the anonymous then minor to start cam whoring when she turns 18. Another text shows him calling her a jailbait before stating, "You should grow older, you dumb bee." So are you going to Morty tattoo? And then are you going to get Morty tattooed on your boob, licking your nipple? If not, then who?
You're on this chat.
Huh? Oh, sorry. That one. Not you guys. You guys didn't say that. No, but those are some of the chats that he was sending to underage 16-year-old girls.
How did no one not know about this?
So as it is with like a 16-year-old, like her, right? Let's just say that. Well, essentially the pattern I've seen, which is like, oh, I didn't know what to say. There's a person of influence. I laughed it off, or I thought it was funny. It was creepy.
Or thought it was in character.
Or I thought it was in character. It was creepy. And I just was like, ick. And then you throw it away and you don't think about it.
Right.
But then he gets charged with something like that. And then they pull out text like that. And it's like, oh, he is like half flirting and dipping his toe into talking to a 16-year-old.
Someone put it in our chat, like I guess he was on like a podcast or something.
Oh, that was another one that Key shared in the chat.
That shit was disturbing as hell with all this shit that came to light, and that's how I knew it was him from the picture, because that's all I saw. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
like,
hold on.
This fucking guy's been free for this long amount of time?
Yeah, see, so he's talking to another 16-year-old. Oh, you got school tomorrow? Oh, no, you should just run away from home and go into sex slavery. That's what he was trying to say. And so she's playing along with it. Yeah, JK. So, like, this is 2015 he's doing this. So,
he's an adult man,
He's
right?
an adult man.
The fuck, man?
Doing this with fans And it's like, there's no way about it. He's trying to use his influence to influence people who watch the show.
Yeah.
Women to show boobs and ass and titties and stuff like that.
Jesus fuck.
Explicitly younger people.
That's what it seems like. Like he's going out of his way to, get in contact with younger fans of the show.
Right. And like, yeah, see, like, does the FBI follow you around arresting all of the men you sleep with? I want to meet you in real life, jailbait, so I can't help you not be a homo. I'm Atlanta drunk. So yeah, he's just doing the work. He's doing worse than like Adam Levine, like, oh, your boob is so hot, make me horny. Like Adam Levine, that was stupid and awkward.
Mm-hmm.
This is stupid, awkward, and dangerous and predatory. So it's just incredible how much that everyone was able to pull from. Oh, here's the clip you were talking about. We'll see. We'll go ahead and pull this up real quick, where he was talking about how people are totally tripping way too much about not having 13-year-old girls in your rotation, because apparently 100 years ago is completely fine. They were getting married. So that should be the case now. This dude.
Well, as a race, are we that crazy? Like when we were fucking 100 years ago, it was.
By the way, it's weird Morty saying this.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you hear.
It's what you hear, but like this is what he's saying about 13-year-old girls.
Well, as a race, are we that crazy? Like when we were fucking 100 years ago, it was little 13-year-old girls. If they were built like a woman, they were getting married and having kids. And now we're gonna be all precious about it. I keep using the word precious today. That's the word of the week.
Which is a movie about a child molesting.
Precious.
That's a good dig.
That was a very good dig, yeah.
About a child.
Down syndrome baby.
Yeah, exactly.
So, anyways, I'm not a pedophile though. I do follow the law. I wait till they're 18 if I'm ever so lucky as to have the opportunity.
If I'm ever
podcast is that?
I don't know, but if I'm ever so lucky to have he's been hunting for a jailbait that he can groom and
He uses
mature.
that word a lot, apparently, even with his text, fucking replies to his underage ass fans. Like,
right. I don't know what the name of the podcast is.
I don't really want to know. We don't want to promote it. It's just a weird fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah,
what
so there was
did she? Yeah.
Okay,
I thought it clearly no one else brought it up, so I didn't want to bring it up.
What did she say?
Yeah, she did say what we thought she said. Correct.
Yes, 100%.
That's why I was like, "What fucking podcast is this?"
So if I may, y'all,
You may. Actually, no. You know what? You look mad. I know you can't. You may not.
No, he's fine.
no,
Okay,
I'm
you're-
not mad.
Just kidding.
He's contemplated
I'm
this.
just fucking with you, dude.
It's just weird, in the sense of, and it doesn't even feel like he's hitting on these kids, if that makes sense to me.
I get what you're saying.
It's like someone who's just, it's honestly, it's like he's in character. You know what I mean? It's like it's in character. Almost, for lack of a better term. Oh, see, I don't want to say autistic as the word, but like very much intertwined with like repeating certain jokes and certain schemes and certain things. Because it's not like he's hitting on. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying.
No, I can tell you how he is, but go ahead.
But I'm saying he's like. It's just weird. It's like weird.
No,
why
it's like he's not, but he is.
It's like he's not, but he is.
What he is he's doing the plausible deniability thing, where he's saying, "Oh, I'm just doing it as a joke, but if you show me your titties, I won't tell anybody." It's like that.
But like that's the whole thing. When I was reading all those things, it was never anything like that. Exactly what you
He
said.
did say that. He goes, "What are you going to get a tattoo of Rick on your boob and lick it?" He said that. You missed that one?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like I'm saying and look it and show it and all that kind of stuff. That's
no,
not
but that's the implication.
That's what. That's not
the
what
dentist system.
That's not what I'm saying.
It's like this mother. I mean,
it's like he's just.
It's
he's
negging.
just being an idiot. Like it's like.
Idiot. It's like it's 1999.
Thank you. Like
yeah, and
he's just saying things.
Yeah, just to say them, and yeah, the Goliath is right. Just super homophobic ass shit
And
on top.
yeah, and predatory.
Just like
It's
immature, homophobic.
There we go. Yeah, it's immature.
Very immature shit. Like we just talked about Andrew Tate. How I feel like he's a 12-year-old. This is like a fucking 10-year-old.
Right.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, it's like,
but he's also 40 years fucking old.
That's the problem.
It sounds like a goddamn 11-year-old.
Like,
so it's a whole weird thing.
This would be a text message. This would be like that was. Thank you, Tommy. Because I was like, it's not like it's so
immature, super immature.
It's like
yeah.
not so
and weird.
obvious.
Yeah.
It's just weird, immature sort of
it's
banter
bizarre.
that you wouldn't send someone who's that young, regardless.
Yeah.
And then it's like
You wouldn't send that anybody of age that.
No.
If I'm not,
You wouldn't send anybody. Don't send anybody that.
if I'm not
anybody that.
11 years old and it's not like 1998, no, I'm not.
And the reason why I said, if you pay someone, it's two consenting adults. I mean, technically.
No, but she's 16. She can't consent. She's
No,
not an adult.
I meant.
Oh, and you know,
said, you said don't send anybody. That I said, well, it's two consenting adults, and you pay them. But it's like, but in this case, where you're talking to a child. The white
He's like, that's the only way you know how to. That's the only way he knows how to talk to a child.
And at the end of the day, it's like, okay,
immature, creepy.
Look,
it's like,
yeah, it's a mixture of both of those.
Look,
things.
you have a wife, okay? Somehow she was okay with getting done by a guy like, ooh, geez, Rick, like Morty. Like she has
he
sex
just
with
looks
Morty
like a jorts wear
everywhere. You know,
he just looks like he has a closet full of jorts.
That's not something that women want. Nobody wants to have sex with Morty. Nobody goes, I'm going to watch this show.
No, have sex with this fucking dude.
All right, well, here, but I want to give the extended clip because I did hear the extended. It's a little longer about the 13-year-old thing because he doubles down earlier. That's the end of the conversation.
For that, dude, Justin's advice for me to get a girl kind of worked out, but you should put a warning advice.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. You should put a warning. Only lasts 48 hours.
Oh.
Because the girl I said had a nice ass. Do you remember when you gave us advice?
I said, tell her she's got a nice ass. Be a man.
This
Be
is the
tough.
one that everybody thinks was gay, right? At a school.
I guess
be confident. Act like you know you're fucking awesome. And and if you're like in 4th grade, these girls, they're gonna be blindsided.
4th grade.
If I could go back and be a 4th grade kid right now with what I know, oh my god, I'd be like walking around. I'd be getting laid every fucking day.
Gross.
And it would be legal too because I would be a little kid.
And he's been practicing on a 4th grader now, so he knows how to do it.
No, she's 22.
She does have braces, though.
I love it. I love the braces. It's hot.
Okay.
She's dating somebody who's 18, but she has braces. So at the time.
Anyways, she said she had a nice ass.
I'm not a pedophile though. All right, Jesus Christ.
Didn't really want.
I'm not attracted to fucking little kid bodies. I like fucking women body. Look, I'll say, look, a fucking 14-year-old that looks like she's 18 and like big titties and like, of course I'm attracted to that.
Ooh, yeah.
That's why this whole Chris Hansen thing. I'm like, fuck you, man. These girls are like, they're fully developed and they're like, they talking online. I want you to fuck me.
You mean
and shit.
the girls that old men or women pretend to be?
Say it again, Tommy.
He's defending the predators and To Catch a Predator.
Yes.
So the predators and him think Chris Hansen's the enemy.
Because the guy tries to help him, be like, don't go down this path.
Lure the pedophiles into the house?
Fully developed and they're like, they talking online. I want you to fuck me.
You mean
and shit.
the girls that old men or women pretend to be to lure the pedophiles into the house?
Yeah, but they would email photos of what they look like, and the ones I saw were like, that girl's fully fucking developed woman. Yeah, like, come on, back in like
no, and then he goes on to the 13-year-old thing. But like,
Jesus, man,
a 14-year-old who's fully developed, I should be able to do him. It's like, no, that is a child. What is wrong with you, Justin Roiland? What is wrong with you?
Fuego, the internet is a mistake.
Can we dissect this a little bit? Because let's start with, point A.
If I was in 4th grade.
Yeah, no shit.
It's like,
thank you for starting there, because
he started there for some reason.
That was that's what I was like. Fourth grade?
What? Yeah, why there?
Why are you trying to fuck in 4th grade?
I don't think any of us were.
No, we don't. That's not something that we want or think about or have the capacity to.
That's what I'm saying. No, there was no puberty hit at 4th grade.
No, so that's what I'm saying. Like
watching Power Rangers and shit.
Right.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Hold up. Toys.
How old are you in 4th grade?
That's what
9?
9 or 10, right? Or 8?
Something like that.
8 or 9. I feel like.
But hold up. What I'm saying is like, someone saying, "Oh, yo, if I like had some game in high school."
You hear that a lot.
But you hear that a lot. It's like, if I had some game in high school, man.
If I knew what I know.
If I knew what I knew now.
Yeah.
It is like, oh, yeah, if you were spitting game in high school, if you knew some, because it was like, I was
problematic in and of itself.
No, but it's, they get older, I say the same age. What's his name?
Matthew McConaughey.
At the time, that was so cool. Now it's like, creep.
It's creepy
But
as fuck.
so that's the adjustment, though. At the bare minimum, though, if I was back in high school, if I knew what I knew, I get all the girls, right?
Yeah,
you also have the mind of a 45-year-old.
Right.
Yeah, so it doesn't
weirdo.
make it good, yeah.
So that we've heard, it's outdated, but we've heard.
And it's like, if I had some game in high school, but you usually say that in reference of like, you're seeing someone,
right.
like, from your high school as adults, you're like, oh, she's gorgeous, man. And it's like, oh, like
the
if
girl
I
that
talked to her
got
in high
away
school,
even.
like, yeah, you be like, oh, if I had talked to her in high school, which that's a game.
Right.
4th grade is just a
That was the weirdest fucking spot.
Start on like 4th grade. That was oddly specific.
Super.
Like
Super specific.
Not 5th grade.
That's like the grade
Not
everyone
6th grade.
forgets.
Not 3rd.
Is the 4th grade.
4th grade. I don't even know what the fuck happened in 4th
I don't know who
grade.
my teacher was in the 4th grade.
Miss Stevens is shout out. I remember.
Eikenberry.
We locked her out of the room. That's why.
Okay.
Sorry, Miss Stevens.
Terrible
We love
fucking
you.
kid.
I know we were really bad.
I just have questions
Look,
because I have
I've never said this before. Arrest that man.
No, they're on their way.
Jesus fucking Christ.
because
Saying shit like that, man, you don't need to be on the street.
Because you also-
Something's wrong.
because you also shouldn't be encouraging. Because from my understanding, from what I gathered from that little snippet,
Yeah, it said a lot in a very short amount of
Is it
time.
bad that I want to hear this show? Because I want to hear this train wreck of an episode.
It said more than the 13-year-old thing that he was saying, which was already enough.
But I was like, look, so first of all, they were encouraging some child to go and say, yeah, tell that girl she has a nice ass. That's not how you should be instructing kids to, talk to girls. You say, have some confidence in yourself. If you if it's someone who's underage, you just hey, have some confidence in yourself. Right. Make sure you talk to them.
And you talk about 2 underage people, high schoolers. We're talking
high
about.
schoolers. And even hey, like if I were talking to my little cousin, be like, oh, hey man, look, you a handsome little guy. Right. Make sure that you are being respectful, be nice, and see where that takes you.
Treat her right.
Treat her right. Yeah. And it's like a little cool. You don't tell. I want to tell my little nephew, little cousin, hey yo, go tell that girl at school she got a nice ass. Right. That's weird.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Look, I'll even go as far as saying is that you can recognize, like, say your little nephew has a little crush on somebody. You look at the little girl and you're like a young underage girl, and you go, oh yeah, she's pretty. Like pretty. That's where it ends. It's like, oh, she's pretty. Go for it, dude. Whatever. Yeah. That's it. But you leave it at, oh, I understand that it's a pretty girl, like a child. Like, okay, cool. You would say that about a baby. Oh,
you
it's
say
a cute
about
baby.
your own kid.
But that's the level you say it at.
Right.
Oh, my kid's cute. That kid, okay, you have a crush on her? That's cute. That's cute even, right? You don't go like, oh man, if I could have a 14-year-old.
You did it the Morty way. Don't do that.
No, he did it. No, he was doing it like this with his shoulders up and his hands together. Like, I can't wait. I'm not going to say it into the camera. That would have been gross. Yeah, but but he's over here villainy.
He looks gross.
Because
he wears sandals with socks.
But then he's also going like,
one of those fucking guys.
They're 14, but they're fully developed. So because they're fully developed, their brains are not fully developed. You fucking moron.
I have a whole thing. No, check it.
It's so gross.
No, this is a whole thing. I think how do I put it? Who was the Catch Me Outside girl? Because that was a
Bad Baby. That was gross. That whole situation is gross.
Because I said I have a whole thing where I'm all like, because I have a whole. Because I have a fundamental thing with these platforms allowing younger age individuals to sexualize themselves on this platform, right? Like, I don't even think that should be allowed, because that's not what you should be focusing on as an underage individual. That's not what you should be putting out there. We shouldn't encourage that content. Right. It sucks that that's the world we live in. Semicolon, however, because I'm like, look, like, these platforms like Instagram, TikTok got these younger women out there feeling like that is the way to get exposure, right? To sexualize.
Well, one of the ways, right?
Or one of the ways to get exposure, right? And hey, I'm all about a woman doing whatever they want with their body. Semicolon. However, they should be an adult, because that means
no lead up content.
Yeah, like there's no lead up. Like, hey, if you're an adult, do whatever the fuck you want. If you're underage, focus on school. Do something else. Like, you should be worrying about other things. But our society, society is propensitated that. Semicolon. However, nigga, what? No. You don't go onto these things and be like, yeah, just because they're fully developed, now it's okay to
It's an all-you-can-eat buffet.
It's a problem. They're sexualized, and you're the problem because you're sexualizing them.
Surveillance on this motherfucker after that shit. Like, really? Like, just the way he said that shit was just, I want to take a shower after listening to it.
With glee. He's like, oh, they're fully developed.
Man.
Oh, why can't I have them? Why can't I have 5 of them?
Look, if you could just interpret the way someone says something, I've never really done it to this degree before, but that spoke fucking volumes to me.
Right.
That said, like, this motherfucker might have done some shit.
Right.
Like, that's what I got out of it.
And it makes Jessica in Rick and Morty, that whole scenario, even creepier because she is a teenager.
Yeah.
I just have a fundamental problem because women, men, anybody who's all up in that weird shit. Kids are gross. I've never understood. Kids are gross. You don't learn proper hygiene until you are by yourself.
And even then, if you're like me, you don't learn it till you're about 28, 29.
Like, I'm not siding with you.
I'm saying if you're like me. No, sometimes I occasionally let myself go a little long without a shower sometimes. I'm just saying, everyone learns differently, but children especially don't know that.
So what is
goddamn raisin?
What is it about these kids that's got you all up in these? Like, no, they're gross. They don't know anything about themselves. And it's also like you can't even have a functional conversation. You're on two different wavelengths. I've never understood it.
Put motherfuckers like Justin Roiland on an island.
Dude, I don't like how logical you're being, but I kind of appreciate it because it's like because here's my thing because my positioning is when you get to a certain age because I think not every guy. I think it's popular for a lot of guys to have that thought where you're 25, 26, and you're like, oh man, I want to get like a younger girl, right? Like some guys have that. Some it happens earlier, sometimes happens later, you know. But at a certain point, you get past a certain age and you look at people that are 22, 23, 18 even, especially 18. 18 is the first one because some guys are like the Olsen twins. I can't wait till they turn 18. It's like, ew.
It was a clock.
There was a clock.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Very disturbing.
Who was another one? Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh, my
they
God,
did it for her. She's
Lindsay
like, she's going to
Lohan.
be 18.
They did it
Lindsay
for all
Lohan.
of them. Yeah.
No, that's why I said Bad Baby. Like Bad Baby was one of the biggest.
So Bad Baby was able to leverage it, but even then it was gross because we saw when she was like 15.
Oh, fucking Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil acting all sorts of reckless and cash meows, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And now was she able to leverage it to $1 million rap
managed to
career,
monetize
$1 million
it,
OnlyFans account? Sure. Is it
She
rooted?
even changed her colors.
Yeah, she Ariana Grande even. And
Well, Rachel Dolezal.
Rachel Dolezal.
But
yeah, she hasn't been Asian yet. Ariana Grande has. But so she leveraged it to her credit, but it's rooted in the fact that they saw this like delinquent child, if you will, just for the positioning of it. They saw this child on TV and be like, I'm going to keep up with her. And then they're like, oh yeah. And then they just kept going until they waited till she was mature. It's
know
gross.
Their birthdays.
You should know their birthdays.
Know when they turn 18.
But to my example, to go back to it,
if you do that research, something's fucking wrong.
Right.
You're like, it just is.
But going back to my point where, there was like, oh man, like, oh, they're 22, they're hot, whatever. Me, I was in that position. And then I was dating a 21-year-old. So I was like, oh, this is so cool. And you get past that. I was at ACL in October and I'm walking around and there's people of all ages, right? And there's girls I could see with like the alcohol band or whatever. And I'm like, oh, that girl's attractive. Thinks she can drink. Man, she looks fucking 12. Like my brain can't distinguish between like 12 and like 24 now. Like they all look the same.
They don't grow anymore.
Right. So I'm like, I'm over here just like, oh, that girl's wearing nothing. I should be attracted to this. That shit's gross. Put some clothes on, Missy. Like that's how you get. Like your brain should make that leap.
Like, then I'm not attracted to that.
Right. No, but your brain needs to make that leap, and it does happen for everybody who's normal.
Yeah,
where it's like
it happens pretty much.
You get to a time where you go, oh man, that person looks way too young for me, and they could be 25, 24, and you're like, nope.
Yeah, no, but you can't do it.
Right. And it's like a matter of like, look, so you got to be on the interwebs, right? You could be clicking on a profile, you could be clicking on a TikTok. The moment you see that 1.7, that 1.6. Dip the fuck out.
Throw your phone.
And you ain't gotta be weird about it.
I'll be like, nope.
You literally are just like
in the toilet. You go
impure thoughts.
You literally just gotta be like, whoa, didn't know, cool, back out. And it's a matter of that should be an immediate turn off.
Right.
That should be an immediate. Wow, I'm no longer attracted to this.
That's in my history. I don't want that.
It should be like,
get out of here.
Yeah,
you should have some shame. Like,
I'm not because I remember I was in college. I was out with my homeboy, and we were chatting up, like talking. They were talking to this one girl, and then we were talking to like group girls.
Yeah,
and that girl, we were like,
something's amiss.
Yeah. But we were like, oh hey, and then she did a little whisper. She's like, yeah. 17.
I stuck in the club.
When I say we've never done a pivot, because we were too, like, once tall, I was muscular, thick at the time.
Right.
I said, we too big and too black for this. like,
Niggas turned into Casey and JoJo on unison.
Hey, TJ, for some reason, out loud, he
steps,
went,
yeah.
hey.
That's it. A cardboard cutout of us, like, left. That's how fast we left. But it was about
a little cartoon smoke cloud.
Yeah.
But because it's like, yo, because that's how you handle situations like that. Because guts again, kids are gross. They are
kids.
gross.
They're kids. Yeah.
If they ain't paid,
they don't know shit.
If they ain't pay bills,
like I don't know. You don't know.
I don't know what they do. Like that, I'm not a kid. Like I don't want kids because they're annoying, and I don't want to deal with their shit because they don't listen. Kids are awful, is what I'm saying.
I've always said
so. Like it's just like any adult who wants to like deal with that. And they, you know what I mean?
No, but they don't want to deal with it. They want the fantasy. They want to
advantage. They want to groom them. That's what it is. It's a grooming thing.
Because I've said, look,
that's all it is.
For me, and
it's fucked up.
For me, my dating principle has
let
always
these
been
motherfuckers grow into human adults away from you, so they can fucking be functional.
Right. That's why I said my dating principle has always been. It's very simple. Very simple. If you can't drink, I can't talk to you.
Right.
And even now, that range.
No, the older you get, it like anyone under the age of like 25, 26.
Yeah.
No.
I'm 32.
Because I'm the youngest one here.
Yeah.
And that's still pushing.
So I tell people, like, if you
Goliath, fuck all the Drakes. Yeah. Drake Bell. Yeah, Drake Bell did some shit. Drake did it. But people were in the chat real quick. They're talking about Jenny McCurdy, the bass girl from School of Rock. Even what's her name? I think Rebecca Black even did it.
What happened?
The bass girl from School of Rock got sexualized. Jenny McCurdy got sexualized as kid, and then
all of fucking Nickelodeon, all those girls did.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like a fundamental thing where it's just look, like I can't have a conversation. Like my go-to date is like, hey, let's go get a drink. If I'm really haven't, it's been so long.
You're out of practice.
but no, I'll take you to a speakeasy. I'm one dime, but dead ass.
If I can't take you to these places.
First of all, I can't because I'm already there was someone
strike one, yeah.
That's strike one. If I can't take you to these places, strike two. I'm kind of past people being in school too, unless you're getting a master's or something. Because I'd be like, yo, it's like of course there's circumstances where it's like I'm going back to school at 24. That's whatever, right? My dating range is very it's 23, 24 right now. That's as low as it goes.
So Key goes, what happened to half your age plus 7 rule? That's for the minimum. Man, that puts me at 23. I don't know if I could date at 23. Half your age plus 7. I'm sorry.
I am.
So I'll help you. So you're 36. So 36 divided by 2 plus 7. So the lowest you can go is 25.
Yeah, see, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, and mine is 23. I don't want to go that low.
I don't want to do that.
No, because I'm
Josh, man, 19's too young for me. Yeah, don't. Yeah, no more teenagers. If you're over 20, don't date teenagers. That even those Romeo and Juliet laws, no.
Yeah, they really need to change that. Those things are creepy.
Look, I get if you're actually but I get if you're actually dating 117, 116, and then they do that. That's it should be an established
I just turned 18, my girlfriend's 17.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I don't want someone who's hey, you're senior, I'm a junior, and then that's
but there's some guys that are because I think that it's like a 2-year gap, so they turn 17. They're like, I'm 19, I've met you for the first time. It's like, no, that's creepy. Don't do that.
What, 19?
Like a new 19-year-old comes in and tries to date a 17-year-old.
It's only a 2-year difference.
That's still kind of predatory. Common, though. No, but out of the blue.
Texas, don't let it corrupt you.
19 and 17?
No. 19 and 17 if they're dating leading up to it.
Like in high school?
They're 2 years older? Sure. But I'm talking about a 17-year-old.
You're going for 17. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
I was like, what are you perpetuating over
here? Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, you have a job.
I thought you meant just in general.
No, you have a job at Quiznos and you're going to the high school to pick up a 17-year-old.
Okay,
Don't do that.
And I think
you're Seth Rogen in Pineapple Express.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I will also,
which we laughed about.
And I'll also say these are all ranges that are indicative of our experience in America. Maturity is totally different in other countries. Not to say that 18 is still too low.
Right.
But
Still
like
don't know anything.
18 is allowed,
You
but aim
don't know
higher,
anything.
please.
But like, when you go to other countries
child.
and they like drink earlier and they
Right.
just have the tendency to be more mature in terms of like a lot of different conversations and responsibilities.
Different society,
like, it's a different society, and that's where like some people are like, oh, age is like a little bit. But in America here, hell no.
Nope.
Hell no.
Nope.
Everybody dumb here.
Right. A 14-year-old in this education system, dumb as rocks.
Lucky if they know how to tie their shoes. Fucking hell.
Apparently, according to TJ, wipe their ass.
They can't, bro. They're
I
not
don't think they
clean.
These girls, like, you're talking about a 14-year-old, they got their period like 3 years ago. That's reckless.
Crazy.
That's reckless and disgusting.
up. Yeah,
Not
that's what-
periods, but like going after a 14-year-old.
They had children. Just look at them as children if you can.
Justin Roiland, under the jail for your friend. Not friend, you're not my
wearing
friend.
cargo
Under the jail for you
shorts.
asshole. Why do I keep fucking that up? I keep calling these people cordial names,
Fucking
and I'm like,
piece of shit.
piece of shit.
Yeah, you said
asshole.
Andrew Tate, sir.
Yeah, I don't know what been going on. You know
We ain't
why?
never got sir.
Yeah.
But Andrew Tate gets sir.
He was like
Okay.
Justin Roiland, amigo. Ah,
Hey,
stop.
I tried to call you guys amigos and honchos and home slices earlier, and you guys didn't want that.
No.
I'm good with that. sir.
We just want to.
I called you guys my honchos, and you didn't want it.
That's fine. I mean, it's just not.
And I don't want to call him my friend. Fuck that guy. Fuck
Dude,
Justin
fucking-
Roiland.
He looks like he sucks.
Oh, geez, I'm trying to touch a girl. But now that's what they're saying, though. They're saying that now the casting director has to go through the plethora of men who know they can do a great Rick and Morty impression.
Jesus.
Which is,
I know I can do a good Rick. That's a
oh,
lot.
geez, Rick. Morty, there's mine. I'm not going to get the role.
It's fine.
Scene.
Show not over yet.
The show, no, well, that's the thing. They're going to try to continue it without him.
Oh, fuck.
Either they do the thing that the Daily Show is
stopped
doing, where they
watching
get
it.
guest shows and guest voice actors.
Yeah, stop watching that too.
Yeah, I stopped watching all of it because I stopped watching Rick and Morty because the fan base got weird, and then I realized, oh, fan bases are what's reflective of the content that you put out.
Yeah,
so if you got a
like a
toxic
mirror.
fandom, you might be a little toxic yourself. The excellence out there, everybody's pretty fucking cool. Someone talking about we must continue to advocate for MILF supremacy. See, Key? It comes all back around.
See, that's the whole thing. When
MILF Manor is where we should be going.
yeah, let me
Not Jailbait Peninsula. We need to go to MILF Manor.
put you on game right quick.
Jailbait Peninsula? What the fuck?
Sit up to TJ's corner real quick before we let you go. Now, let me tell you, whenever you become, and you know, and I'm gonna just refer to my homies out there, those who identify and/or are into it. Look, when you become a real man, when you elevate in your taste, is when you first look over and you say, "Damn, that 34 looks fine." And when you start to stop aiming low, that's when you start to be sophisticated.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
That's really-
Because I remember
you want
the
the
day
finer things in life.
When you want the finer things in life. Because I said,
that 30-year-old
I remember
woman that's
in
looking real
college,
nice, yeah.
you're like, man, I'm just trying to be with a girl my age.
Dude.
And then there's a moment where you're like, well, the wine does taste fine.
Hey, grapes are delicious. But I'm a little bit in a mood for some wine. Some aged.
Can I be candid for a moment?
Sure, go
I was
ahead.
22 and I dated a 32-year-old. I think I brought this up before.
Yeah, you have.
She was number one for quite some time.
I remember I went out with my
She set the bar.
I went out on a date with a 32-year-old. I don't know why it's 32. 32 is like
32.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm 32. That's the number, baby.
Nah. So I went out
Freshness.
with a 32-year-old. And she pulled and this was like when I had like an okay job. Like not like I hadn't like elevated.
Right.
But I had an okay job. I was doing pretty well for myself. And she pulled up in Naughty. We were eating out like ATX Cocina. That bill was a lot.
That shit sucks. I hate ATX Cocina.
It's not good.
I spent $60 for 3 shrimp.
But I was in there. I was like, we having a conversation. I said, wow. Because I've always been about finances. Talk about like some big life goal stuff.
Right.
And it's real cool when you hear someone who's bouncing that stuff off, and you're like, damn, I ain't talking about stupid shit right now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about real things.
It's real different.
It elevated
And
my
you wanna know?
conversation.
And she actually did kind of shape the way I am now, because she's the one who taught me, because we were in the mall on our way to a movie, and it was a dude who walked by and she did one of these. And my 22-year-old self was like, hey, God damn it. Fuck you doing? Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm right here. I'm right there.
I'm right here. Your voice cracked and everything.
Sound like Peter from Brady Bunch. Yeah, no, like, and she put me in check real quick. It's like, I'm sorry.
She grabbed you by your ear. Boy, if you know.
No, she was like, I have eyes, and I'm a look. I'm with you. That's where I'm at. I have eyes, so I will look. You're welcome to look too.
Right.
Because it just is what it is.
Right.
And I'm like, that does make sense.
Not because you want to talk about the most unhealthy relationships. Yeah. It's the ones where it's like, don't look, don't acknowledge their existence.
Get out.
Get in trouble for being on Instagram.
Get out immediately. Oh yeah, you've experienced that.
Yeah.
Nah. That is a recipe for disaster.
Now, if you ain't watching a dating show like Too Hot to Handle, and you're +1, and you both say, "Damn, that person looks real good,"
dude.
Like that, that's issue. That's issues.
A high percentage of the people I've dated have been bisexual, so it's been a cakewalk. He's like, that girl's fine, and they'll be like, hell yeah, she is. I'm like, nice, we can agree on one thing. But at the end of the day, you've learned the many variations of acceptable romance and unacceptable romance from us guys right here at the Compas, if you will. Don't be weird. Just don't. I beg of you.
It's easy to say.
Right.
You got to have 3 courses to tell these little motherfuckers not to be weird.
Right, because everything we talked about today was amongst men.
Yeah, and
we're talking about sexualized things, sexually charged things.
Right.
And not once did we disparage anybody other than the creeps. Not once did we promote anything negative or promote any sort of taking advantage of anything, because
we said numbers don't matter unless it comes to age.
Right, which is and only if it's enough.
Yeah, and only if it's enough. Yeah. We open up the shows. Numbers don't matter. Now they do, but only this time.
But only from the down up. Make sure the down number is as high as it can be, because Jesus, people, it's not that hard.
It's true, man. Like these fucking kids need help. They're listening to Andrew Tate, for fuck's sake, and there's no counteraction to that.
Right,
that's a problem.
So watch us and send us to your friends.
And real quick before we get out of here, I don't know if you saw this. The gymnast that goes to LSU. Apparently, she's a big,
I heard about her.
Yeah, and a bunch of her followers from Insta decided to go to the wrong gymnast competition because they thought she'd be there, and they're just harassing and just saying just the most Andrew Tate-ish type shit.
Oh man, I was hearing some of the comments.
Freaked her the fuck out. The poor girl. She's just like,
yeah, Olivia Dunn. So TJ, just real quick,
I've seen it.
Yeah, you've seen it. Yeah, well, the audience out there, somebody's got to not know this. She's on TikTok. She put herself out there doing gymnastic stuff. Pretty girl, talented. Most gymnasts are physically
she doubles
active
as an
fit.
Influencer,
and she's also an influencer. Does that stuff. Apparently, she's garnered a bunch of male attention, as it were. And they've been going to her fucking events and like harassing her.
Yeah.
Not like, yeah, you're number one, Olivia.
You're great. Yeah, no.
They're like, show us your boobs. Like,
shit like
awful
that.
shit.
Yeah.
Intimidating her teammates and shit.
I'm freaking out her mom.
The mom, mom's like, you're not her. And they're like being aggressive.
Yeah.
You need, look.
Yes, fuck that.
Because I felt for her for a bit. I was like, look, like, literally, homegirl, just get your best guy friend you can find. Post a little post about him. Push them dudes.
Get the scent off.
Yeah, get the scent off.
Yeah, no shit. Sadly,
because I'm like, stir it away. If you need a big black homie, holla at me.
Quite a bit.
But at the same time, and this is where we gotta hold ourselves accountable. This is another episode though, is where someone does something like that and they go, no, I'm supposed to be with their gun, and then they fucking do some crazy shit. I know, but that's
I know.
Yeah.
That's
but I'm not gonna try to bring it down. That's another conversation for another time. We've been having fun.
Can't get into the whole incels conversation.
So point is, sign up to Mexcellence Milf Manor. Send us pictures of your mothers, and we'll consider.
Jesus Christ.
and we will consider long and hard to put her on a new escape show.
Good.
We almost are out.
Hey, just because I want to see some of our fans of not hot MILF content, classic MILF content. Okay,
go on to our sponsor, X Videos.
X Videos does not sponsor us.
One day,
I hope. You want that varsity
Fingers
jacket?
Crossed.
Telling you, we can start interviewing porn stars here. Sexcellence is here.
Can we get some sex positive sponsorships? Because we'd like it.
Honestly, you always keep it positive.
Here's the funny thing. Josh Man Forever's been in the chat for years.
We didn't.
I didn't even know he was bisexual.
He just talked about his boyfriend.
That's what I said. He dated, dude. I saw it and I was like, is he gay? And then he goes, bisexuality.
I love our group, man.
Yeah,
I really do.
No, like, look at. I am
love this
flabbergasted.
bunch.
I am flabbergasted at the fact that my dumbass and our dumbasses, proverbially,
I think we have a lot to do with that.
No, but shut up. I'm like as pro. All of it is anybody, but no. The fact that we've been able to cultivate an audience that feels safe with us is a bunch of dumbass
As well they should.
Right? No, and I want that. I really want that for our audiences. You know, Latinos. This is what the
We're
show
all
is made
open
for.
here, yeah.
Well, obviously the black ones coming
open.
soon.
No, fuck that. It's open to all others.
Well, that's what's coming.
Every
right?
other there is.
That's what
is
happened.
welcome here.
That's what happened, right? It started off as the Mexicans and the
Right.
Blackskins came, and then we got Gertz. He's white. He does Irish, whatever.
We got one.
Yeah.
Affirmative action check.
Right. We do need someone from the Asian islands, Middle
We
East.
do.
Technically, this like I have.
I would
Middle
love to have
Eastern
a
roots.
person of damn near every group
Right.
to be
But my
represented
apartment
here.
isn't big enough, so if you want me to have a bigger
can
apartment,
interchange.
be sure to like, subscribe, donate, do
Get
all
a
the things.
stable.
What are they saying in there?
Look, gamer introvert.
Gamer introverts, everyone's bisexual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I feel safe with y'all up until Raider games.
Yeah, no,
That's
you do
exactly
not
how
feel
you should
safe,
feel.
Josh,
That's right.
man.
Do not
Run for
judge
the
people.
fucking hills.
In the words of Martin Luther King, do not judge people by the content of the character, but if they're a fucking Charger fan or not.
Hey, what have they done to you?
Tell
They
your,
existed.
tell your local porn stars that the Mexcellence is open to conversation.
Oh my God. Are we?
Whole new niche. We doing it.
Niche?
Niche.
I'll run those.
It's no
we
team
can't
in
have
that. Yeah,
Violet.
you're right, niche.
We can't have Violet Myers here though. I will geek.
You'll nerd out. No, you won't want to have sex with her. You just nerd out. Be like, I love
She
that
likes
scene.
games too. I was like, you're too cool.
We all got one.
No, like JJ's is Danny Daniels, who I like,
is
and
Danny
she's like a
Daniels.
painter. So point is,
A lot of
folks-
layers to these women, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So point is,
Like I followed the girl the woman who was on Boy Meets World for that.
Topanga?
No, the redhead later season.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she got into adult videos.
She did.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interracial stuff. Go ahead.
You guys said we thought we were doing so good after that. I'm getting out of here, folks. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much, Savannah 6. Oh my God. Well, anyway, we're not doing porn stars
That's a whole
anymore.
nother show for
It's a whole other show.
Sexcellence.
Sex. Woo.
Demand it.
Coming to Patreon if TJ allows.
Yep, that'd be my Patreon content.
Bye.
Excellent.
Bye, everybody.
Tell the local porn stars. You ain't invited, Tom.
Why the local porn stars?
We gotta start somewhere.
You have a lot.
Okay, we may have a lot. Bye, everybody.